My name is Jacobsen. I'm International Project Manager at Marel in Aarhus, which is a company with 4,000 employees around the world. And I'm coordinating deliverables from Denmark and Iceland and UK. And I have recently, for nearly the last 2 years, have had a big poultry project in South Korea. And this company in South Korea is a family company. And we were out there the first time. I was together with a salesman. And I thought, okay, now everything is settled and we can start out. But it turned out that it's only half of it was more or less settled. And therefore, most of the communication was in Korean language, 3/3 of the time. So that was, we didn't know how to deal with it. So we were having long meetings at the head office there. And I found out that the project manager, he was the son of the owner, Chairman Kim, he's called. And there was another guy sitting looking in his laptop all the time at a layout drawing. And I found out if he was not participating, then we were just going in the wrong direction. And we did that a couple of times. So every time he looked up from his laptop, he said, no, that's not right. You have to do it this way. So that was a little bit strange, that we spent a lot of time doing nothing. So that was a huge challenge for this salesman, how to deal with that. So he had a few extra trips out there afterwards. I've been there also. Then I suggested that he should have one more salesman with him, and that because he couldn't cope with all these different kinds of Korean language, and the customer didn't know which solution he actually wanted. So that cost a whole lot of extra trips and money to get that settled. So that was a quite frustrating period. So I made a weekly follow-up with the different colors. There was 12 different areas where we should put machinery in, and set that out both internally and externally, so they knew what we were working on and what we were not working on. And that went on for 4 months. And in the head of the customer, he still thought, okay, they have to deliver there and there. He didn't think about that. He didn't know what he wanted. And then we also experienced that this son of the owner, he had a strange kind of laughing. And that was some kind of annoying. You didn't know what did that actually mean. And then I figured out that that was some kind of uncertainty. He didn't understand it. And then sometimes he was annoyed on me because he didn't understand what I told him. So I tried in other words to tell him what is actually, and then he got annoyed on me because he actually knew it, what I was talking about, but he couldn't express it. So, but end of that today is that now we have been communicating both face to face and by phone. So much that we are in private, we know exactly where we have each other. And so he's asking for my family and asking for his family. So that's, and I will also say that the humor is quite similar also, if you know what you're laughing at, so they can laugh at the same thing actually. So getting this trust with the customer is very crucial. So what I do today, and I did right from the beginning nearly, is that every time I send a mail to him, because he doesn't reply on it, and that can be due to he's busy or whatever. But then I'll give him a phone call, 1 a day, 2 after, and then we'll talk about it. And normally he has read it, and he knows what it's all about, but he didn't have the time to reply on it still. So that works actually very good. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I have to say about that.